Good evening, boys and girls. Welcome to Candy's Cozy Couch. My name is Candace, and my nickname is Candy. That's how I came up with that really uplifting name. At least I think it's pretty uplifting. I forgot that this little ball was on this little thing here. This is, this is doing the most. It's hot though. Just as I try to start the video wearing it, I know I can't finish it out because I got a lot going on. Because right now, it's time for the checklist. 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 Just like this. Checklist. Checklist. Okay, I'm done. I got a little carried away. All right, did you take your baths or your showers, boys and girls? Check. Are you fresh and clean? Got your PJs on? Check. Do you have a cuddle buddy ready to go, ready to hug and snuggle with when you go to bed? Check. Did you brush your teeth? Are they shiny, glistening, gleamy, pearly white with your breath all fresh? Check. You got a night light? Get a night light in case you need to maneuver during the night, in the middle of the night. Check. Did you do your homework? I know. Christmas break and all. So what? Find some homework to do so that you're ready and you're on top of your P's and Q's when you go back to school, virtual school, learning, however you do it. Check. Did you clean your room? I hope you got a clean room. Don't go to bed in a messy room. Don't do that because it's going to booby trap. I'm telling you, you're going to booby trap your own self in the middle of the night. If you got to get up and go to the bathroom or if you got to get out and leave out the house in a hurry, come on, we don't think about that. You ain't got time to be tripping and falling over toys and stepping on stubbing your foot and hurting your toe and whatever, breaking an ankle, whatever might happen because you didn't put things back where they should go. So make sure you clean your room. Check. What else? I think I covered mostly everything. This is before I say the big one. I always have to brainstorm because I do be adding extra stuff. And you have your own checklist items that you need to do beforehand. So you just add them on and check them off your own list because everyone's list is a little different. A lot of this is the common stuff we all have in common. And did you guys give your love, your I love yous, hugs, kisses, and smooches to your family members and the pets that you have that live with you? Check. And of course, did you say your prayers? If you did not say your prayers, oh my goodness, make sure you say your prayers. Before we get to the part where you get ready to go to dreamland, make sure your prayers are said by then. Check. All right. Listen, this is the eve of Christmas Eve. This is Christmas Eve's Eve day. The eve of Christmas Eve before Christmas. So, I'm going to keep the holiday stories going. And tonight's story is Santa Goes Green, written by Anne Margaret Lewis and illustrated by Alyssa Chavari. I think it's Chavari or Chavari. Something like that. It's the curse of that's throwing me off a little bit. But one boy in one house in one town can make a difference. All right, we are about to see what that one boy does, how much of a difference he actually makes. So here we go. Santa goes green, boop, boop, doop, doo. Santa goes green. Let's get it. Dear Santa, my name is Finn. I'm a boy you deliver toys to. I don't mean to seem ungrateful, Santa, but I really don't need any more toys. I have a problem that I need help with instead. Because I am just one boy in one house in one town, I'm not sure how to make the world listen to me. I figured, you being Santa and all, you could help me. You seem like a pretty powerful guy. All right, what do you guys think? Is Santa a pretty powerful guy? You guys get the words and everything here. I'll just backtrack that way one time. Gotta keep it moving though because this is a pretty wordy book here. You see, it's like this, Santa. I've adopted a polar bear named Leopold. He is in danger of losing his home. I'm sure you being in the North Pole, you know about the melting glaciers. All I want this year, Santa, is to save Leopold and his home. The glaciers are melting too fast, and Leopold needs the sea ice from them to hunt for food. I'm sorry to bother you with this at such a busy time, Christmas and all. But this is really important to me. Everyone else is too busy to listen or care. I hope you say yes, Santa. Your friend, Finn. P.S. I'm the 7-year-old boy with the red hair on Elm Street. Now, never mind that almost every city has an Elm Street in it. But Santa knows, right? Santa knows. Finn finished his letter. He tucked a picture of Leopold inside and sealed the envelope, closed with a polar bear sticker. At last, he rushed off to the mailbox. Santa was his only hope. Oh, man, have you guys written letters to Santa? I don't think it's too late because we got the postal service and we got email and everything. It's so technologically awesome now that you could probably tonight write a letter to Santa and it'll get to him on time before Christmas. Many, many miles away at the North Pole, Santa received letter after letter from children all over the world. He was sitting in the cozy cottage opening them when one slid out of the stack and fell to the floor. He noticed it had a sticker on it. Santa gently placed his spectacles on his droll little nose. What this boy wanted? No toys for Christmas? He thought to himself. When he finished reading the polar bear stickered letter, he knew he had to talk to his boys with this boy with red hair named Finn. Excuse me. So that's cool. Finn's letter has made an impact. He wants to talk to him. Nice. Santa called out to his head elf. Swift, he bellowed. I must talk to this boy named Finn. What's happening with this polar bear named Leopold? And why is all the ice melting? I don't know, Santa, said Swift. But we don't have time for this. Christmas is just 3 days. He held up the countdown till Christmas pocket watch that Santa had given him and all the other elves. Santa chuckled and said, "Oh, Swift, we will make time." Swift dashed off to the Santa-mophone. He told the elves in the reindeer lodge to harness up Santa's sleigh. They would journey to see Finn. Oh, wonderful, wonderful. Finn is going to get that visit and conversation from Santa. This is awesome. This is good so far. Worried about Leopold and the melting ice, Santa climbed aboard the sleigh with Swift at his side. Swift was more worried about the countdown till Christmas than saving some silly polar bear. Why is this polar bear any concern of yours? Asked Swift. It doesn't have anything to do with Christmas, and what difference can we make? We're just toy makers. Finn's hope and belief in me, Swift, has everything to do with Christmas. If Finn needs help saving Leopold, well, then that's exactly what we shall do. Santa wrapped his arm around Swift with a warm tug. Their takeoff was smooth, but it was still daylight, so they would need to be careful not to be seen, right? Because you out there traveling, flying in the sky with the sled in the daylight. Ooh, Santa, you gonna get exposed. Oh, my goodness. Hearing the jingle from the sky, Finn charged outside. As Santa stepped out of the sleigh, Finn greeted the big red softly with a giant bear hug. I knew it. I knew you wouldn't let me down, Santa. With Finn's letter tucked safely in his pocket, Santa chuckled. Ho, ho, ho! Now, Finn. What's this I hear about you not wanting any toys this year? It's Leopold, Santa. Finn's excited face became serious. His home is melting, and he needs our help. If you take me with you, I can help you find him. Swift gave Santa a stern look, pointing his tiny finger to his pocket watch. Christmas, Santa, Christmas. Sounds to me like Swift needs to just chill out. Excuse me, guys, for yawning. They climbed aboard Santa's sleigh. Santa gave a quick jingle of the bells, and the reindeer leaped 2 by 2 into the blue of day. Santa admired the splendor of the world as they began their quest to save Leopold. But he couldn't help but notice that the world looked very different during the day. The sleigh landed on an iceberg when Finn spotted a white figure in the distance. It's him! Shouted Finn as he leaped across the ice floes. Leopold! Finn yelled, grinning from ear to ear. Wow, they made it. They're gonna check on Leopold. Yay! But when Finn reached the great white mound, it was not Leopold. It was a very large snow-covered walrus. And with an untamed shaking, the walrus wagged all the snow off of himself and onto Finn, knocking him down. The grumpy walrus wailed loudly. I can assure you that I am no polar bear, and I haven't seen any in a long time. Santa apologized to the walrus for disturbing him. Then he helped Finn to his feet and wrapped him with his big red coat. We won't stop looking, Santa told him. We won't stop looking. Good. Because the polar bears had to probably make an adjustment. The ice creaked and the water bubbled as a deep, wise voice from below their feet emerged. Excuse me, but you are not standing on an iceberg. We are a pod of beluga whales, and would you kindly get off my head? The beluga whale continued. There are no polar bears around here. There's not enough sea ice. The glaciers are melting, don't you know? Just then a baby beluga splashed up and grabbed the green tassel from Swift's hat. She plucked it off of his head and swam away in the beluga gang. Swift hopped from one beluga to another trying to catch her. Finally he stumbled and landed smack dab on a big pile of snow. Oh, okay. Oh, so I wonder where the polar bears ended up going. I can't find them. That's it, Santa, Swift said as his rosy cheeks grew rosier. I'm going back to the North Pole. We have a Christmas to get ready for. Disappointed, Finn agreed with Swift. He's right, Santa. It's too late. You should go back to the toy shop. Christmas can't wait. Santa reassured Finn. We will not give up until we've found him. Just as Swift grabbed his hat in a huff and began to slide down from the large mound, it began to quiver. They all jumped back as the very large snow pile began to rise and shake the snow from itself. Standing before them was a magnificent polar bear, big and beautiful. Okay, well, there he was. Polar bear butt. Y'all see that? Polar bear butt. Yeah, polar bear butt. Don't nobody want to see y'all polar bear butt? Leopold, it's you, Finn shouted with joy. Leopold bowed down in front of Finn, and they embraced in a nose-to-nose Eskimo kiss. Oh, oh, I want to get an Eskimo kiss from a polar bear. Oh, I want a Leopold of my own. You know me, I always want these old big, large animals as pets. Santa and Swift stood over them, looking out at the sparse ice floes. Santa was happy. He had helped Finn find Leopold, but how would he help slow down the melting of the glaciers and save Leopold's home? After a moment, Swift's pocket watch chimed the 2 days till Christmas ring. He pulled it from his pocket and gave a gentle tug on Santa's coat. After seeing how happy Finn and Leopold were, Swift realized how important this journey had become. Santa, we still have time, Swift said. We can make a difference. Yay, good. He cheered up, changed his mind. Sounds like it's going to be okay. They arrived back at the North Pole, and Santa had a grand idea. He leaned in toward Swift and told him of his new plan. We will collect all of the old toys, Swift, and make them new again. We will reuse last year's wrapping paper, and we will harness the great North Pole wind to help power up the toy shop. The more energy we save, the healthier our planet will be. This will help take care of Leopold's home. He gave a jolly ho ho ho. He pulled out his own pocket watch and brightly cheered. Christmas! Swift Christmas! Awesome. That's what this book meant by Santa Goes Green. We do need to reduce, reuse, and recycle. Finn thanked Santa for listening and hugged Leopold tightly. He whispered softly, one boy in one house in one town did make a difference. And that's gotta feel good. Boys and girls, you can make a difference. You can recycle, reduce, and reuse. And remind people to do it. Is that the end? Hold on. It is. I'm going to show you the back page anyway because it's a nice picture of the water. All right, boys and girls. Now that was a good one. So while we getting ready for Christmas, which is in literally a couple of days, a little less than 2 days actually, under a day and a half to be precise, based on this time that I'm reading the story for you right now. And you guys can reduce, reuse, and recycle, and remind others to do so as well. So think about that. It's a very good, helpful story there. Let me show you the cover one more time. Doo-doo. I like it. All right, boys and girls, you know what time it is, the best part. And maybe you can dream that you're that one kid that really gets through to Santa and makes a big difference. But you can also dream about anything you want. That was just a suggestion. Let's close our eyes, whisper to ourselves what we want to dream about, and relax our bodies, calm ourselves, be still and quiet, be comfy and cozy in our beds, and safe and sound. Allow ourselves to drift off into dreamland so that we can dream those special dreams. And of course, I need to get out the way for you guys to do that. So, boys and girls, I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.